season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Iowa's offense will take the field first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all...
There he goes. Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Buys a little time. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts was.
He's open on the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He caught it. Bust through behind his pad. And he will score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Nebraska's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback, and gain a couple of yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got his man. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And it'll be down right there. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got him downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Power football with the run.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down. You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Caught in the backfield. It's Chester. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Tough linebackers getting after after quarterbacks, the Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try along with it. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Give to the big fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So now it's second and long. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Got the quick pass. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line gets set, first down. Wants to pass. The quick out. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Makes the grab past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't make the play on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Big tight end makes the grab into first down. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Huskers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hands it off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So to know where your answers are.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up that he finally gets to touch the football.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the big fullback. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get the third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Huskers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Here's the handoff. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're 3 for 4 on fourth down in this one, and they'll try it again. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run it.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! And that one will put him up here in the second half. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Going right to work up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got him. And he'll fire and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. The Hawkeyes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And he added the extra point. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks.
Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed. Touchdown, Iowa! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Your defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm. Yeah,
or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw again. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Cornhuskers are on the move. Lost a throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Huskers in the hurry up.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go